Some parts of the Fulton County grand jury report into potential 2020 election interference will be made public this week. Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney ruled yesterday the introduction, conclusion, and a portion of the report where jurors worried some unnamed witnesses may have lied under oath. All that could be made public. In his 8-page decision, Judge McBurney revealed the grand jury report does include recommended charges. However, that part will not be made public because McBurney determined it would deny individuals due process. The full grand jury report won't be made public until the district attorney, Fani Willis, finishes the investigation. The grand jury submitted its finished report last month. Georgia's flip to Joe Biden made the state a major focal point of the Trump campaign's attempt to overturn the election results. Most infamously, the phone call between former President Trump and Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger in January of 2021.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
Joe, every time you hear it, it strikes you that he just said it out loud on a telephone call, and Secretary of State Raffensperger wisely recorded the call because he was worried about how Donald Trump and his team would spin what happened during their conversation. But there it is on tape.
It's Perry Mason, man. It's Ellery Queen. It's not Sherlock Holmes, because those mysteries are always hard to figure out.
Right.
This is the evidence just falling right in your lap. And you're right, Willie, the more we hear it, the more damning it is for Donald Trump. There's really no getting around that for him. The guy was trying to steal the election. And, you know, what's so interesting is, again, and what we're hearing about the report, parts of the report that are going to be let out are, you know, they have the line about, again, about those people who they believe may have been lying under oath. It's going to be a fascinating read.
Yeah, and that's obviously a lot of people focusing on Georgia as a spot of trouble for President Trump, potentially former President Trump, but also let's not forget the classified documents and a strange twist here. Some new details about a folder with classified written on it that recently was found at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Lawyers for the former president voluntarily handed that folder to federal investigators last month. But now one of the attorneys says the folder was in Trump's bedroom at the Palm Beach estate. And wait till you hear this. Trump apparently was using it to help him sleep at night.
The folder is kind of one of the more humorous aspects of this whole thing. This is not a classified folder. It's a folder, manila folder, that says classified evening summary on it. And it was in the president's bedroom. He has one of those landline telephones next to his bed, and it has a blue light on it, and it keeps him up at night. So he took the manila folder and he put it over it so that it would keep the light down so he could sleep at night. And it's just this folder. It says classified evening summary on it. It is not a classification marking. It's not anything that is controlled in any way. There's nothing illegal about it. There's nothing in it. And when DOJ found out about it, they went crazy. And they said, they actually gave me a subpoena to say, give us over this empty folder that means nothing.
And maybe the dumbest thing, and I've heard a lot of dumb things coming out of Trump lawyers' mouths. First of all, where does he get all these lawyers? Like, are they just driving past and he grabs them, say, hey, you're going to be my lawyer today? I've never seen this guy, this clown before. There's a new one every week, right?
Yep.
I guess a lot of them are actually possibly going to be under indictment. So I guess he has to keep getting new lawyers. But that's just the dumbest explanation I've ever heard of. Remember Trump freaking out over markings on some of Hillary Clinton's emails that weren't even classified? But he would just like, if it looked like it was classified, he freaked out. And here you have Donald Trump using a classified folder to block out light so he could sleep. Seriously, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard from the land of stupid.
Kudos to the CNN host for keeping a straight face while whoever that attorney was trying to make the case that the only thing Donald Trump could find in his sprawling estate to cover a blue light next to his bed was a classified folder. I mean, It's funny on the one hand. On the other hand, just think of the contempt these people have for the intelligence of anyone listening to that, their supporters, the people who oppose them, whatever it is, to say that, oh, come on, get over it. He was just using it to block out light in his room so he could sleep better at Mar-a-Lago.